Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in Sprocket yet again, and today we're actually looking at the Killdozer. This is a bulldozer tractor thingamabobby that we built with a blade that actually moves up and down and a gun mounted within the blade. Now, I really like this thing and it worked really well, so if you guys want to check it out, check out the previous video. Also, I'm going to mention this here, if you guys are into Farming Simulator for whatever reason, go check out Frantic Extra for some Farming Simulator videos. Anyway, let's move on to building something with a 500mm cannon that actually fits all of the space. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright guys, so what I mean by fills all the space, I actually mean that we have space left over for everybody to be inside, to be able to reload the gun, to have reloads of the gun, like extra ammunition and stuff like that, and still have room left over. Now, to be able to do that, we need to build something huge. Like, it is going to have to be absolutely massive. So, let's try and figure out, A, how big the gun is, and then B, how big the tank needs to be. So we'll go to firepower first, we'll go to mantlets, we'll grab, I don't know, this guy, for example. We'll go ahead and load up a cannon, which is 500mm. This one right here, and there it is. Okay, so that takes up a whopping, wow, 174% of this space. So let's say that it is, I don't know, I don't actually know. 16? Let's go with 13 space. 13 space just for the gun itself. If we then wanted to add some ammunition, that is going to take up a hell of a lot of space as well. So if we put that one in, another like 1. Okay, so how big does that mean that we need this bit to actually be? We're going to aim for like 30, which is still extremely large, but should make this all fit. All right, cool. Good, good, good. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy if we can. I can't seem to click on it for some reason. I can't get rid of the gun. How do I... What? I can't get rid of the... I can't even click it. Hey, there we go. All right, get rid of that. So, we need to design something absolutely massive. So, let's go to tracks and separate it out, I don't know, 4 meters. That seems crazy long, but there you go. And then 10 meters long. I don't think it needs to be that big. 10. Maybe even 8 meters. There we go. Let's go with 8 meters. And let's make it 2.5 meters apart. There we go. That seems like it'll be the right size. Alright, get rid of the fenders. Make the tracks look nicer, because at the minute they look kind of ugly. Kind of ugly. Let's do this. There we go. Make the idler wheel a lot bigger, because I think that'll look really cool. And then we're also going to make the sprocket wheel quite a bit bigger as well, but not quite as big. So there we go. That honestly looks pretty nice. Gonna move this guy upwards a little bit more. There we go. That looks lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and bash up the width of this. Go ahead and make it 250 in between. There we go. And now we're gonna decorate these a little bit. Do I want them wider? I guess they should be a little bit wider as well themselves. So let's go to width and make it 720. Yeah, that's probably wide enough. I don't know, maybe even wider than that. Let's go with like 900 on the width, or maybe even 1,000, which seems crazy, but it'll be fine. And then we'll lower this by, I don't know, 0.5 meter. There we go. I don't know, that seems a little strange, but I think it'll work. Alright, so we're gonna leave that there like that, pretty much. Let's go ahead and bring this guy upwards. We're gonna slightly angle this guy backwards, just like so. And then we're gonna try and extend this down a good ways, just like this. And hopefully, when we do this, it doesn't look terrible. I don't think it will. There we go, good. We're also gonna go ahead and angle this guy inwards a little bit too. And honestly, that looks fine to me. Gonna grab both of these guys, send them both backwards a little bit. There we go. We're then gonna go to the sides and extend these guys outwards a little bit. And yeah, that looks okay so far. Right, from there, we're gonna extend these guys upwards. There we go. That's pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and grab this guy and send it backwards to about here. But we are gonna raise it up a little bit more, just a tiny bit. And actually, I'm gonna send this guy backwards a little bit more than that. There we go. And this is where the fenders will go. So I might even raise it up a tiny bit more. There we go. So, let's go to mobility. Go to fenders, generate this. Height, that needs to come up to about there. And then we need to separate it out a little bit. There we go, very nice. And then the width of it could come all the way out to here. That seems ridiculous, but I really like it. So there you go. Section length, we can have those guys be huge. Might replace it with this. Front offset can come backwards a little bit. We can then angle this guy upwards like this. And honestly, that looks decent-ish. That looks decent-ish. I would really like if I could actually add a piece to this. Bring it upwards quite a chunk. And then actually extend these guys out over the edge just a little bit. I don't want it all the way, but that looks pretty nice to me. So let's go ahead and grab these two and do this. Let's grab this guy and do this. And so far, that looks like it's going to be a really good tank. It's very big, but it looks like it's going to be good. Okay, so space-wise, we've actually met the space requirements, which is awesome. From here, we're going to have to sort out some other stuff as well. I'm actually going to go back to the fender and, I don't know, extend this backwards to there at least. Just so it goes all the way to the back. And honestly, that looks alright. Looks quite nice. Gonna scale this bit upwards a little bit, which means I have to bring this guy backwards a little bit. But that's fine. Yeah, nice. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do then is actually fix the wheels. Obviously, this is wrong. So I'm gonna fix this, and I'll be back with you guys to finish the rest of the tank. Okay, so I've sized them up a little bit, and they look, I don't know, interesting, I suppose, is what we're going to go for there. Let's go ahead and try and make these guys look a little bit nicer as well by changing what they actually look like. I really like these ones. I also actually really like those ones. And these ones will probably fit, but I'm thinking this one. Let's go through, and we'll go with that guy down there as well. They look really nice, but I'm thinking they need to be bigger for some reason. Those guys can stay as they are, that's okay, and then the track segments, I kind of want to use those ones instead. So I think that's what we're going to do. But first, let's go to this, bring this upwards a tiny bit, go to mobility, go to fenders, and the height of that's also going to come up a little bit. There we go. And that looks pretty nice. That actually might work for us. Yeah. Okay, so, do we keep it like this and essentially make the gun out of the backside of this? I think that might be really cool, but I'm not sure how that would work. So, let's split this, and instead of having a turret on this, let's just try and make it at the back. So, extend that bit upwards. A lot like this, yep, cool. Angle it inwards just a little bit, bring it really high, because it sort of needs to be. And then, we're going to have to angle it. We are going to have to angle it, otherwise it'll have so many issues. So we'll do that. We're then going to extend most of this backwards. So extend this, bring it backwards like so. What do we do now? I think I'm going to bring this around. Kind of like that. Yeah, I suppose. There we go. And we're going to leave it a lot like that. From there, we're going to grab this guy and do this. And then the gun can actually go on there. But I'm thinking we do want to angle the side pieces in just a tiny bit more. There we go. Alright, it looks weird as heck, but that's fine. So let's go to firepower. Grab one of these guys, shove it directly onto there. Go to that guy, load up. 500 millimeters. Bam. There we go. Yeah, so this is the tank for us, guys. That looks good. That actually looks like it might work. That's really weird. Right, okay, good. I like that a lot. Also, space requirements, we have completely, done that. It's completely fine. The only thing is, if I decide to add more than, a few rounds, we're not going to have enough room. So, I'm going to flip this over. Just like so. There we go. We're going to push this in. Bring it upwards just a little bit. And bring it backwards just a little bit. We're going to add more. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're actually going to do it 3. So we're going to have 6 rounds to fire. That's pretty good. Okay. They're going to be APHE because, you know, it's a 500mm cannon. That's good. Yeah, nice. Let's grab ourselves a viewport for the gunner. And shove that. I'm actually going to shove it directly above it. That's probably okay. We then need a driver's view down here, which, of course, makes sense to be down here. So let's do this. And then, yeah, we can sort out the rest of it afterwards. But we are going to have to go to the engine. And we're going to have to make it really big. We're just going to make it as big as it possibly can be. Which takes up a hell of a lot of room. But that's what's going to allow us to move. So, that's what we need. It takes 700 seconds to reload the gun. 720 seconds. So we need to give the gunner a little bit more room. Oh, the loader, sorry. The loader more room. We can do that, though. Alright guys, here it is. So, I don't actually have any shells of the right length right now, which seems odd. Wait, why don't we? We should. Hey, there we go. And we reload every 60 seconds. So once a minute, we can actually fire this thing. I think that's pretty good. So we're going to keep it as is. Also, side note, we fit within the space parameters just. So we do actually have enough space. However, if we were to add armor to this thing, which we do need to do, we will then run out of space. So what I'm going to do is extend this guy backwards like this. Maybe not quite as far as that. There we go. We're then going to send this guy backwards as well, just like so, which gives us a little bit more room, but we're going to need even more than that. So what I suggest we do is we go to faces, we grab all of these, all of the ones that are actually at the rear, including those guys on the side. Grab that one, that one, that one, and I think that might be it. Send it backwards. Yeah, that is what we do. I need to do that in order for this to work properly. So there you go. Anyway, we then need to go to tracks and make it a lot longer. So this guy, yeah, that guy has to come all the way backwards to there, which is such a weird thing. What's going on here? What is happening? There we go. That's about right, isn't it? That's about right. So let's go back to this, select all of it, move it forwards until it fits in the right place. Which I don't know where that is, but let's say around there. That is madness. I love it though. That is cool. Alright, so let's go to mobility, go to fenders yet again. We're gonna send this forwards, of course. There we go, so that works. We're also gonna maybe send it backwards? I don't know. I can't actually send it any further back than that, so we'll just have to leave it. But that's cool. That is very cool. Okay, so we're going to need stuff like a commander's cupola and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a massive one of these at the rear. We're going to go ahead and drop it down again like I always do with this one. And might actually squidge it in a tiny bit as well. There we go. Looks a little bit odd on there, but it'll work. From there, we need to add a bunch more stuff as well, especially to the sides. So stuff like this needs adding. So we'll do it on both sides like this. Going to actually extend it. Going to squidge it down. And I'm going to squidge it in a little bit, and we're going to try and put them here. Which, you know, doesn't look terrible. But it also doesn't look amazing. This doesn't look anywhere near as good as what I was hoping. But that's okay. So let's drop this down a little bit. There we go. Drop that one down a touch. Hey, nice. Move it outwards slightly, that's good. And then we'll have another one. I don't know what it is with me, but I like just putting the same things in the same places. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether that looks good or bad or whatever, but I think it works. Okay, cool. Lights. Let's add some big old lights. Yeah, I like huge lights, so we're going to do this. I'm actually going to move this bit backwards slightly. Going to drop it down, and then I'm going to do this. Yeah, we're going to have it, like, extend out of the front of this. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I really like that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and decorate this, and then we'll actually have a fight with it. It'll be really cool. Alright, so I was trying my best to not go over the space limit, but what we've ended up doing is going over 250 tons. But you know what? To be honest, it makes sense. It makes sense that it is that heavy. This thing has a cannon on it that actually sort of belongs on a ship. So yeah, that is absolutely insane. The only thing that I am going to say that we need to do is actually get rid of maybe 2 of these rounds. And the reason being... There is a good reason for this, because I want the gun to actually go from side to side. So we're going to go with 1,000 right here, and 5, just so that we can actually aim it from left to right. Which gives us a little bit of leeway when we are actually aiming the tank. Unfortunately for us, we've bugged it out again, so it can only go one way. I don't know why that happens. I don't know why that happens. I didn't mean to pick that up. Whoops. I didn't mean to pick that up again. Whoops. Alright, put that back. Where'd it go? No, what have I done? I don't know what I've done. I think I saved it in the right time, so let's go ahead and try and load that up again. Yep, okay, I think I did save it in the right time. So let's go to the cannon. What do we do, actually? What do we do? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do here. I want a bit of recoil on this. That'd be really good. So let's go with 3. So the third one is actually going to recoil. That's cool. That is very cool. Wouldn't mind adding one of those. Oh, I don't know. It just looks way too big, doesn't it? Anyway, what was I doing? I can't remember. I can't remember. I got rid of one of these. Yep, just so that I could add the ability for it to turn. There we go, I remember. I know what I'm doing, guys. There we go. It will go 2.9 this way now, and 5.9 the other way. Don't understand that, but whatever. Doesn't matter. What I want to do now is go to here. Gonna lower the amount of fuel. And we're gonna go to the powertrain. We're gonna go to Trin Transmission. I don't know why I just said it like that, but there you go. Oh no, have I loaded it up without all of the armor? Oh, that's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna put all the armor on again, and then we'll probably be ready to fight, I guess. Sure. Okay, so I haven't managed to do it as well as I did before, but that's okay. So we got kind of like very minimal armor on the sides, but very, very strong armor on the front. Hardly any armor on the back. In fact, pretty much no armor on the back. But if we are going against, like, I don't know, 1v1ing opponents, let's say a King Tiger, this thing wins. This thing definitely wins. There's no doubt about it. So now that I've said that, let's go ahead and put this thing up against the King Tiger. Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. Look at this thing. It will easily get stuck, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, that is the thing that happens to vehicles of this size and weight. They just get stuck. But you know what? We're gonna try our best to hit the target. Oh, I can barely see. I can barely see when this thing is in front of me. I need to move the gunner's sight off to the side. But that's okay. We are actually moving along quite nicely. The enemy is right there in front of us, but we can't see them. They're just behind this hill. And we will hopefully annihilate them. Oh, there they are. We need a bigger target. We need a much bigger target. Oh, he's already firing at us. All right, here we go. Let's aim and fire. Oh, we needed to aim just a tiny bit higher, and then we would have been good. All right, well, I'm hoping that he doesn't manage to shoot through my armor here. We're just gonna wait. We're gonna sit and wait for the next 15 seconds until we can shoot again. But yeah, look at him. He's gonna keep popping off shots at us and not doing any damage. Yeah, King Tiger, my buttocks. Let's go. 1 second. Fire! Oh! Wait, am I rounds APHE or are they just AP? I'm not sure, but that didn't go well. We need to wait another 20 seconds. Ah, that's annoying. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, fire! Yeah, there we go. King Tiger destroyed. Nice. So if this thing was up against anything other than a King Tiger by itself, let's say some little tanks, they would be able to drive behind us and annihilate us. But still, this is a very cool looking thing. I do like it. I've added these little machine gun pods right there. I thought that was cool. In fact, let's talk about some of the things that we've added. These are trench crossing things, these X's. They add a lot of detail. They look really cool. That's what these guys are as well. I also added these down here, which are like riveted panels. They look quite nice. I've obviously got the big old lights. I think they look sick. We've got logs on the side for the log gang. Our engine will be right here, mounted in the middle. So a mid-mounted engine, very nice. We've got some storages across the bottom right there. Another log, some tools. We've got a little bit of a shelf. We obviously have the logo, or the emblem, right there. We have some big old ladders right there, some sleeping bags. The commander's cupola is right there. We've got some fuel tanks on the top, some extra storages, and some extra sleeping bags, and that is pretty much it. If you're wondering what this is, right here, that is actually the back of a commander's cupola. It's kind of a cool thing for a mantlet to use, so that's why we've used that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments down below. And leave a like on it down below as well, I guess. Sure, why not? Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.